Welcome back to Offroad Outlaws, guys, and in this video we're actually going to be taking a look at a map, a custom map, that was based off of the summer testing grounds in SnowRunner and was actually built and put together by a subscriber of the channel, Banana101, who you guys may know as I have mentioned him in some of my Offroad Outlaws vehicle tuning videos. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and actually show you around a couple of the trucks that I'm going to be using for this map demonstration. One of them potentially may be this square body that we built on the stream the other day, although there are a lot of other rigs that we could potentially bring as well. I definitely want to bring out the XJ. The XJ is awesome. The XJ is a beast, and there are definitely some really good crawler sections out there that the XJ really applies to. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring one mega truck, and we'll use the mega truck to tow the XJ. I know it's kind of an odd combination, but trust me, it will make sense in the end. Now, we could use our second gen tow rig, and I'm actually definitely thinking about doing that, but I'm going to modify it just a little bit first. I really like this second gen tow rig. It's a really cool winter themed truck, and I've got a little bit of a winter themed design on it, but I do want to make a couple of modifications and a couple of adjustments to it, and those are mainly going to be in the department of lift, which is getting raised by a good bit. Now, it is going to be pretty stiff in the rear because it is a tow rig, and it's designed for towing. That's what I've mainly designed the tune for. However, I do want to see if we can, well, I don't think we really need much more axis width than that. I'm pretty sure we can, you know, up the tire size without much worry at this point. So let's go wheel radius, and we'll bring them up to like a 1.3. They're going to be pretty big. They're going to be pretty big, and I think what I might do once these are up to a 1.3 is I may actually take the wheel size, the rim size, down to about a 1.1, which actually, now that I look at that, a 1.1 with this kind of a tire size looks a lot better, a heck of a lot better. So now that we've got that done and squared away and out of the way, let's go ahead and equip our gooseneck, and we will load the XJ on the gooseneck, if I could find the XJ. The XJ has kind of disappeared on me, as is common in this game. It always feels like when you move the vehicle outside that you really want to use, the other one that you wanted to load disappears. But that's okay, because we can move this guy back. Well, now that I think about it, oh my god, and now I want to bring this thing, because you know what? Alright, fine. We'll bring this thing. We'll bring this thing, and then we may bring the XJ out later. Or, well, we brought the XJ out in the stream, so we'll use this guy to tow the mega truck. Alright, now that we've got that finally figured out, I don't know why the heck that was that hard to figure out. It shouldn't have been that hard to figure out, but we've got our trailer equipped now, and we are going to load the Send It mega truck, which is currently teal, onto the gooseneck trailer, and we're going to tow it with our second gen. So now we're going to go ahead and go into single player and custom maps and favorites, and the map in question is actually called, if we scroll down just a little bit, you guys will see it right in here. And by the way, real quick before I go any farther, that map, Kyoto Heat, it's wild. It is absolutely wild, and if you haven't checked it out yet, I highly, highly recommend checking it out. Now, we could search for it, but you know what? Banana's Playground. And it's pronounced like banana, but it's spelled B-O-U. If you want to look it up, it's B-O-U-N-A-N-A's Playground. Okay, so let's go ahead and head to this map. Now, like I said before, it is loosely based on the SnowRunner summer testing grounds, and there are a lot of areas that you'll be able to tell were inspired by different parts of that map. Now, the layout is, while it is similar, it's not exactly the same, but there are areas that you may be able to recognize. Now, this is going to be your starting area based off of the garage, and you can see that's kind of what your garage building would be, but we also have a bridge jump, which is all the way up there, and the bridge jump is epic. I've got to show you guys the bridge jump, but we're going to go ahead and turn the four-wheel drive on. God, that thing just rolls it. Wow. That looks so good, especially at that suspension height. I'm so glad we lifted this thing up a little bit. Alright, so let's make our way down to the first little intersection here. Now, to the right, we actually have some parking areas if you go straight and then right. If you go left, there's a little bit of a crawling course, and there's also almost like a Truck Night in America style, or like a mini Truck Night in America style series of mud obstacles. So I'll head this way real quick. Now, I did a bunch of meetups on this map on my last Offroad Outlaws live stream that I did, and I'll definitely be doing more meetups out here because it's a really well put together example of a map that works for meetups, but also works for truck testing. So you could use this as a proving ground, you could use it as a meetup spot for you and your friends, you could really use it for a lot of things, really. Now, this trail is actually really cool because it has a parking area for your rigs. So we're going to stop right here, disconnect the trailer, and we're going to swap vehicles. Now, let me go ahead and go into free camera, and we'll get this thing all locked down. Back up real quick. And now, we're going to attempt this little trail. Now, this thing, I'm sure, will just roll right over everything this trail has to offer because it is basically a gigantic monster truck with, you know, rear wheel steering and just about every upgrade you could ever want. It's maxed out, and it can do pretty much every trick in the book. Although this mud, I have to say, is extremely thick, and it will bog down even the most heavily built mud trucks. And trust me when I say that, because back in our last open lobby that we did where we brought some subscribers out to this map, a couple of guys brought along, you know, legit mud trucks, and even they had some issues in there. And this thing is running a mud tire, so I love seeing huge monster trucks like this flex out, though. It's so cool. When you take monster trucks through a crawling section, I absolutely love that. Now, this section can absolutely trip up some of the smaller trucks if you don't have a really good approach angle or departure angle, or even if you don't have really big tires. We had a side-by-side at the last meet get stuck at this section quite badly, actually. And, wow, it was rolling a bunch of coal right there. But now that we've done that little section, we're going to go ahead and throw this guy back on the... Well, actually, well, you know what? Okay, in the interest of realism, and in the interest of putting the truck in reverse and then going forward, and then in reverse, and then going forward, and then, you know, back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth, in the interest of doing that, now we are about to go and check out some of the other mud obstacles that we haven't actually seen yet. Now, camera around just a little bit. Not going to really worry about the fact that that truck is ultra muddy because that's how that truck kind of stays, really. Now, this is the area that kind of resembles Truck Night. It's not anywhere near the scale or size of Truck Night, but it's basically, if you want to do a, you know, quick, short mud race, this is definitely the area I would recommend using to do it. So, you line up at the start line, and really all you would have to do is go into your chat panel and hit countdown with you and your friends, and you would go. And you have a couple of different mud pits. Really, the biggest thing is to see how far you can make it across the first one in the air, and then how far you can, keep that momentum going and maintain that momentum. Then you jump into the second one. This one is basically just a full throttle mad dash all the way to the trees. And my God, that thing looks insane, just rolling it. Wow. Now, you also have a stunt park over here, and the stunt park is really cool. I admittedly don't spend a ton of time in the stunt park, but if you do want to actually, you know, spend some time doing some tricks, doing some stunts, it's definitely a good place to do that. Now, let's see if we can do a double. 1, 2... Wow, that was literally a perfect double backflip. That was awesome. I can't think of any better way to, you know, drive into a stunt park, do a trick, and then leave by driving in, doing a double backflip, and being like, all right, I'm good, peace out. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, God, stop, 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 stop. This thing gets a lot of momentum going because it's so heavy, and once that momentum gets going, it's kind of tricky to slow it down sometimes if you're really rolling because it's a lot of work for the brakes to stop tires this large. So let's see, I was on the brakes that whole time, blew right through the stop sign. All right, repair it real quick. Oh, I figured there'd be something to repair, because we have hit a couple of things, but I figured there would be something to repair. I guess not. Come on, make it around the corner. Let's go. All right, let's ease our way up onto the trailer. Get on trailer and attach trailer. And now, let's turn our tow rig around, and we will go up to the bridge jump. Now, the bridge jump is potentially one of the best features of this entire map, and potentially one of the most fun features of this entire map. And honestly, I feel like if you're going to download this map, that's one of the first places you should go. Now, before we go to the bridge jump, though, I do want to let you guys know that if you were to go straight here, you would find some muddy hill climbs, and you would also find a rock crawling trail system back there if you have some rock crawler rigs that you would like to use on some pretty dang good trails, and if you would like ones that you can use sort of as a little proving ground to test out flex, to test out, you know, climbing capabilities, to test out crawling capabilities. There's definitely a good area back there with a good little trail system where you can test them out. Now, this area, you do want to work up a little bit of speed before you attempt this hill, because if you don't, again, you can get in a little bit of trouble, but let's see what we're running in terms of speed. 50? That might be enough, but it might not be. If not, we'll just unload this thing at the bottom. Lock everything down. Go! Oh! It's trying hard. It made it, though. Heck yeah, dude, it made it. That's legit. I did not think it was going to just make it. All right, let's go ahead and park this guy over here by the entrance to the trail. And once he's parked, we can go ahead and disconnect the trailer and swap to the mega truck. Back the camera out, lock everything down, and back it up. And if you floor it, you'll literally, like, push the trailer through the other truck. So I don't recommend doing that, but don't worry about it. Oh, no. I flew over the thing! I flew over the top of the bridge. That's a little... Oh, God. I respawned with the trailer. That's great. Well, luckily, it's not far. That's the good thing about it, is if you screw up, it's not far. The only thing is, I don't know how you messed that up. I just wanted to make sure that I was going to actually make it, and I think I way overcompensated in the speed department. Like, way overcompensated. Ow. Luckily, we have a repair pack. Oh my God, that was, okay. That was worth a little bit of damage. Not gonna lie, that was worth a little bit more damage than I thought it would be. There we go. And even then, like, we didn't come onto the bridge with much momentum at all, but it still shot us across. All right, hard on the brakes, trying not to get into any sort of ridiculous scenario. All right, let's back it up. Oh boy. All right, and let's go. Flat out. And since you basically don't have to turn at all, I'm not even going to bother to turn the camera so you guys can see how crazy of an elevation you leave this jump from. Like, 1, 2, again, perfect for monster truck double backflips. It is literally the best jump ever. And honestly, ever since I started doing it, I was like, we need to just do it again. It's literally probably the most fun jump in the entire game. And I don't know about you, but I find myself being able to do that jump just over and over and over again. Now, let's zoom in just a tad and look up. Oh, God. Or zoom out a bunch. And you can see it up there. The only problem is, I really hate how if you want to look at it from, like, where the drone is, you basically have to, like, stare up through the rotors of the drone, and it's super annoying to do. But I want to hit the jump one more time. Now, I do also recommend, if you try this map out, I highly recommend bringing some vehicles here that are extremely fast. This is far from being my fastest vehicle, but it's a vehicle that I've had for a really long time, and I've made a lot of really, really great memories with, so that's why I really like to use it. But if you wanted to go a lot farther on the mega jump, I would definitely recommend bringing your Cybertrucks here. Your Cybertrucks would be able to just monster that jump in ways that I cannot even imagine. So we're going to try it one more time. We're going to face forward this time, and by facing forward, that should also help give you guys an idea of scale. Don't you dare. Here we go. Like, don't you dare fall over the edge. Okay. That is pretty menacing, though, like, looking up at that jump and basically realizing that it just goes into the sky. And that's basically where you go. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Check my speed real quick. 70, 80, 87. 87's as fast as this thing goes. So I guarantee you that there are other things that are faster. Wow! That is so wild. So freaking wild. Now, as a community-made testing grounds map based loosely on the SnowRunner Summer Testing Grounds map, I think Banana 101 did an awesome job with this place, and I would really recommend giving it a try, checking it out, and we will definitely be revisiting it in the future, in future open lobbies. Now, if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.